and welcome back to the channel. I suppose this will be my my opening line from now on, after I notice that I'm using it quite a lot. On the list of cameras that I intend to work on this year, if you remember from the previous video, there were some Polaroids. Basically a couple of SX-70s and a couple of SLR680s. And I guess it's time for those. Now, I'd like to make a mention to get it out of the way. This video will be, as you probably see from the setup, will be a sort of a prologue. So it won't be a repair video, it will be just something that describes what is to come. Now, I've had this admiration for the SX-70 for quite a long time. I've always wanted one. I eventually got one from a very good friend of mine that unfortunately I managed to break in an unfortunate incident, and a couple of months later I got a good deal on a pair of SX-70s that I am going to work on in this series. Both are in great need of maintenance and repair. And to top it off, another friend from Turkey, Eren I think, offered to send me two SLR680s for me to attempt repairs on them. And that will be basically, I'm going to shoot a series on the SX-70, not this one, because I'm not going to spoil the results. So one series on the SX-70s and one series on the SLR680s. The series have already been shot, so I'm basically, this is kind of the last video that I'm doing after working on the cameras, and it is actually the first one that I'm posting, so a bit of a temporal conundrum. All right. Now, instant photography is something unique, it's something fun, it's something very expensive, unfortunately, but also very rewarding. I wouldn't say I had a passion for it, because I didn't. I do have a couple of Instax printers. I don't have any Instax cameras. I have a couple of Polaroid box cameras that I shot maybe 2 films through, 2 packs of films, and that's about it. But now, after working on these and with the experience of 6 pictures shot on my initial SX-70 before it broke, I really like it. I really like it, unfortunately, and it's addictive. But on the same at the same time, it can be a very, very good measure of patience, maybe. Meaning that, given the price of the films, you really need to be very careful and patient and wait for the right time before you click the button, otherwise money will be pouring out of your pockets. Now, under no circumstances do I claim that all that I've shot so far is anything to write home about, but I'm quite proud of a couple of frames. You will see them by the end of part of them. You'll see part of them by the end of the first series. And in my defense, I have shot, let me think, 2 packs of film between 3 cameras. So 1 pack of SX-70 film in 1 camera and 1 pack of 600 film in 2 other cameras so far. So that is basically the extent of my experience with this medium. but it was enough to really like it. So I am very afraid that I will be investing quite a lot more in the future in film. All right, and as a side note, this I will not pronounce his name because I have no idea how this is pronounced. I know he's from Buenos Aires, so Diego from Buenos Aires. This book, which is quite large, it's called Polaroids. I'm sorry for this setup, it's super not okay. I mean, I need to go like this because if I zoom out, it will show the extent of the lack of a proper shooting environment. But anyhow, I really recommend this book. It's awesome. It is awesome. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Let me see if I recognize this one. Yeah, I guess, as they say, enough said. Obviously, I'm pretty sure all of these pictures were taken on the Polaroids or the instant film of yesterday, which was something else, something completely else. Sorry for the glare from my light, but it's the best I can do for the moment. The tonality, the image quality, it's awesome. So yes, you can find it on Amazon. It's $30 at the moment. I got it for quite a bit less on a local website. I don't know why, but it's lovely. All right, back to the Polaroids. This one is missing the shutter unit. So these two series are not tutorials. These are not how-tos. These are not something that you should follow if you intend to fix your own camera. This is more like a journal. So the journal of my adventure in the realm of SX-70 SLR cameras. Let's put it that way, because there's not a great deal of difference between the SX-70 and the SLR680. So as I will have already said in the epilogue of the first series, when I began working on these, I had no idea, literally no idea, what's inside. So the learning curve was quite steep. More than that, out of 4 cameras in total, actually there are 5, but you'll see, only one was an easy fix. By easy fix I mean a regular CLA. And regular CLA in the case of these cameras means servicing the motor that's here, opening it up, cleaning the mirrors, the Fresnel lens, reattaching one of the mirrors if it's loose, cleaning the lens, cleaning the blades. I did not do that. Checking and resoldering contacts, pretty much making sure it works, obviously cleaning the rollers, and that's about it. So if all's good, it's a 2 hours job, let's say. But except one camera, the others were anything but. So anything but that. I had problems upon problems upon problems. I had to scratch my head. I had to understand how they work. I really had to understand how they work, and that actually made the entire journey even nicer, even more fun, because I really like to understand what I'm working on. Debugging stuff, so finding out why it's not working, why it's doing what it's doing. I've done lots of mistakes. Some of them were costly mistakes. At least one broken gear train, which is totally my fault, and it happened because of a very, very, very unassuming mistake. You'll see what I mean in this first series. But all those mistakes are always a good teacher. So yeah, you certainly learn better from mistakes than from getting something okay from the first try. That will not teach you particularly much. So yes, lots of mistakes. That's probably why I'm saying that it's not a tutorial under under any circumstances. So don't take it as a tutorial. It's not. But if you have the patience to follow me through the entire journey, which I'm warning you, it's long. It's probably 18 episodes, pretty much 18 episodes in total in the two series, and each episode is probably 30-40 minutes in average, so a lot. But if you have the patience to walk with me down this path, even if you don't have one to fix now, maybe someday you will, and you maybe, or you might remember that, hey, that guy did that stupid thing, and that led to another thing, and so on. So maybe you'll have a reference to go back to and see what's what. Otherwise, you will maybe have a good understanding of what's inside, how it works, and that hopefully will help somebody. Okay, I think I'll stop here because I'm getting redundant already. And I will see you in the first episode of the first series on the Polaroids SX-80. The first series will end with an epilogue, and then I will post the second series straight out of the box, as they say, and maybe I will make an epilogue that covers both the SX-70 and the SLR680. We'll see. All right. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.